But hey! No, not me. I'm not Wonder Woman. I'm not Wonder Woman. Believe it or not. So, I don't usually do videos like this. Usually it's kind of like a bit of an insight into things I learn, and I like to pass on things, you know, because I've done loads of stuff with what we do, BKS and all that sort of stuff, and I learn from it every day. But this is somebody who comes along. So I mainly train guys. BKS is mainly fellas. That's who I talk to, right? It doesn't mean there's no women allowed. It's just I talk to men. And men and women talk differently. So the things I'll say to men might not resonate with women, right? Some women it will do. Those are the badass ones, which is what I'm about to talk about. You know, but if I try to talk to everybody, I'll end up pleasing nobody, right? And what I want to do is help people. So if I try to help everyone, I end up helping no one. So that's why I talk the way I do. That's why my emails are written the way they are. That's why all my marketing is done the way it is. It's the way I am. It's who I am, okay? This is the thing, right? I could try and, like, you know, empathize with ladies and all that, but I'm not a lady, so I don't know. You know. Anyhow, this is about Claire. Now, Claire is amazing. in a word, she's amazing. Today, she astounded me today. I've just written an email about it, which is going to go out next week. But she astounded me today. She was amazing. So I ran a swing challenge. Ben's on. Hello. How are you doing? Ben, you were there. You witnessed this. You were there. Yeah, Claire. She started. I did an online May swing challenge in May, obviously, and I just invited people along and said we're just going to do swings every day. Right? And I'll be running another one in September, so keep an eye out for that. But Claire came onto that. She'd seen the results Paul Hurley got, because Paul Hurley knows everybody in the world. And she'd seen the results he got. He's lost 7.5 stone and all that sort of stuff. You know all this. I've spoken about him before. She'd seen his results. She knows him. Her kids go along to... Claire is a machine. Her kids go along to Rugby Tots, which he runs. You know, and so that's how they know each other, and she saw what he'd done and found him an inspiration, so she joined the May Swing Challenge along with a bunch of other people, and they all kept each other going. And during the Swing Challenge, she said, you know what, I'm going to come along to your 14-day trial. So she did. That was 2 months ago. 2 months ago, right? So at the start of the Swing Challenge, she was swinging 8 kilos. An 8-kilo bell, right? Which to some of you might sound like a lot. To other people, it might not. Especially to some ladies, it might sound like a lot, okay? Or it might sound like, you might go, oh yeah, I use that, or I use a 6 or whatever, which is absolutely fine, right? However, I've got 8-kilo bells, but we never use them. We never use them. Not saying that you don't need to use them and all of that, and it's wimpy if you do and all that sort of stuff, but we never use them. We never find a situation where we actually need them, okay? And so Claire turned up, so I took an 8-kilo out with me, and a 10 and a 12 and all that sort of stuff, just like the lower ones, because, you know, usually it's men that turn up, and I'd usually start them out on a 16, but Claire turned up, so I thought, I'll take some lighter ones, you never know, right, because I don't know people. So, when she first turned up, she couldn't do a bodyweight squat, right, and you might think, is that a problem? Well, yes, quite frankly, because it's a human movement, and everybody should be able to do it. Everybody was able to do it at one point, and if you can't, you've lost that ability, and you can get it back. Claire's proof of this. So 2 months ago, she couldn't do a bodyweight squat. I gave her a bunch of stuff to do. I'm not going to go on and give her everything I gave her to do, but I gave her I think it was 2 exercises to do at home. Okay, 2 exercises to do at home, which take 2 minutes each, and she did them. So 2 minutes a day. 2 minutes a day. She got the kids involved as well, so she wasn't doing it for 2 minutes a day. She actually did them for longer because she got the kids involved and made it into a game and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, so at the very start, she couldn't do a bodyweight squat, right? She couldn't even... It wasn't like she could squat down and couldn't stand back up again. She couldn't even do the movement. I was just there and she was like, I can't do it. It was like, okay. So I gave this a few. So today, that was 2 months ago. Today, we were doing a session with the cards. They're in the kitchen actually with the playing cards, you know, so you flip a card over and go, right, you do that many swings. And then you flip the next card over, right, it's that many squats. It came out 11 squats, right? So I didn't do the card workout with Claire the other day because I was like, I don't know if she'll be able to do it. And then today I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it and see what happens. If it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. So whipped it out, 11, a jack, 11 goblet squats. She was like, okay. And I was like, right, I'll tell you what, take the 10 kilo bell. So she couldn't do this body weight 2 months ago, remember? I said, take the 10 kilo bell and just start. Get as far as you can with that, and then do body weight afterwards. And if you can't do that, we'll think of something, right? We'll regress it. And she just banged them out. 11, perfect. I was amazed. I was astounded. I was like, right, have you seen that? That's progress. And then and that was like the most she did in one set. But then she did lots of other sets of squats as well, and loaded carry. So she managed to press the 16 kilo bell today, which she's not been able to do before. So it was like, get the bell up above your head. So even if you can't press it, you can get it with both hands above your head, lock it out there and walk. 16 kilos, right? She hoisted it up, stood there, bosh, straight up above her head and walked off. And I was like, right, so that's another PB you've just got there. And then, so she did that. And then when she's been swinging around the 16 dead easily. So it was like, right, let's get you swinging the 20. So she swung the 20. Well, that was dead easy. It was like, right, we've got a 24. 24 is, most guys find that hard, right? Most guys find that hard. I'm not saying that men, like, there is a difference between men and women, right? I don't want to get into all of that sort of shit, right? But most guys find the 24 difficult, heavy. So it was like, right, try the 24. So she swung it, fine. And then, so if the card comes out black, it's single arm swings. So you do it with one arm. So you're doing double the number of swings because you do it with one arm and then the other arm. Have a try at the 24 with that. She was like, all right, well, if I can do 6, it was ridiculous. If I can do 6 with that, I can do, and she just picked up the 24 and did like, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, whatever it was, swings each side. Perfectly fine, no problem whatsoever. Absolutely great form. It was amazing. I was so astounded. And this is in 2 months. So 2 months ago she was using an 8 kilo bell on her own, a few technique tweaks and she was away on that. Squats she couldn't do any, body weight. She's done a load of them with a 10 kilo bell today. Swinging 24 kilos with one arm. This is all amazing stuff. This is stuff that you don't see all the time. You don't see progress like this all the time. And yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes next. It's like, she's great. I'll just be like, give her this, have a go at that, and she'll go and do, oh well, I've done that, have a go at this, and she'll go and do that. So there you go. We've got another lady who comes along, Zoe, who I can recommend for a massage, by the way. So she's a massage therapist. And she's cool. She's Paul's daughter, so she saw what her dad had done, the results he'd had, and she was like, right, I want a bit of that. He inspired her to come along. She's been pressing the 16 above her head and stuff like that. She's gained an amazing amount of strength, and she started coming she's been coming like 6 months or something like that. It's honestly, and she's tiny. She's teeny tiny. I watched Despicable Me the other day. Curse you, tiny toilet! I watched that the other day. It's great. I've got to watch the next one so then I can go to the pictures and see the third one. Anyway, we digest. So, Zoe, tiny, lifting 16 above her head. I didn't even ask her to do that. I asked her to squat it. She hoisted it up and went bosh like that. And she was like, I was like, you've just pressed that. That's a PB. She was like, oh, I didn't even realise. These are the things that are happening, right? These are the things that are happening. And I don't even market to women. I market mainly to men. Or solely to men. These are women who've turned up, who've seen all of this anyway and said, I want a bit of that. I want a bit of that. I can handle it. Claire was scared before she came along. She was really apprehensive because she was like, well, it's going to be a bunch of guys. Am I going to fit in? Is it going to be intimidating? I said to my friend Catherine ages ago, that like my friend who I've known since I was like 15 in Newcastle, and I said to her, she was saying, oh no, that was it. I saying it's really hard to get people to come along, and she was saying, well, why? And I said, oh, because they're intimidated. And she just looked at me and goes, what, you intimidated? And I was like, yeah, I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? But people are intimidated by it because it's chucking weights around and getting strong and all that sort of stuff, and it's all like, and it's not like that, but that's what people think it is. So, if Claire can do it, you can do it. That's what I'm talking about, okay? So, she did exactly what I'm about to tell you to do now, which is hit the link below, download the program in there. That's where I started. That's where she started as well. Then she got on the May Swing Challenge. Then she turned up at the 14-day trial. And now she's a fully paid up member. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So, hit the link. And if you want to see, actually there's a video on the timeline, on my timeline somewhere, from today, from earlier today, which is her, I think she's doing single arm swings with a 16, and I say halfway through the video, I'm like, Claire, you can use the 20 next time, because that looks far too easy. So, you know, there we go. Download the program, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.